Good morning, traders. How are you? I hope you had a fantastic weekend. Today is Monday, the 1st of May. Where does the time go? Felt like Christmas about 5 minutes ago. So yeah, the 1st of May, guys. But as always, we're going to look back at Friday's trades. We're going to look at today's trades, and we're going to look at the important news, guys. We've got lots of trades to look at today, guys. All right. So let's get started. So Friday's trades, the first one was this. This is Aussie dollar against the Canadian dollar. Okay, this was a bit of a weekly play because what had happened is this. Yeah, support comes down again, support breaks. Once it breaks this area of support on the weekly, then comes back up and retests it, it becomes a very good area for resistance, and we can look to take it back down to these lows. All right, and that's pretty much exactly what happened, guys. All right, and I love this pattern. What was support, break, retest, come lower. Yeah, trade this pattern. It's a thing of beauty. If we drop down to the day chart now, we also had lots of selling pressure from this grey zone. Look at these sellers entering the market. Sellers, even this wick is sellers, really. Okay. And then, as you can see, it come back down and hit our higher time frame target. So let's have a look at the H1 to see if we could get in on this pair. And for me, it was tricky on the H1. I'm going to explain how I traded this. All right. So on the H1, we're seeing a build up. We're getting higher highs, you know, and these lows are holding. All right. We do get this very bearish candle that we could potentially trade from. And also this combination where we get a wick, sorry, not a wick, a doji and a bearish candle. So this situation or this candle would have been good candles to enter on, but they are against H1 structure. And you know how much I like being with H1 structure. But I can trade this if it makes sense on the H4. Okay, so if we go to the H4 now, yeah, and it made total sense. Because when I see this bullish H4 candle, I'm reluctant to keep shorting this. But as soon as I get this bearish H4 candle, I am happy to keep shorting it. So this H4 candle was a combination of those H1 candles I just showed you. Yeah, and then, you know, enter here, put your stop above here, take price back down to these lows. Yeah, you would have had a nice trade and a not bad risk to reward. All right, so this was become a bit of a H4 play. H4 play. You've got to be careful how you say that. But yeah, come down nicely, guys. Nice trade. Okay. The next one, what was it? Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. Let's take a look at this one. So this one didn't behave itself. Okay. So what were we looking at? So we were looking at this, which seemed like a very good setup to me. All right. So we were looking at this, guys. Once price had broken this grey zone, yeah, which there's clearly resistance here. All right. Tests it, breaks it. When price comes back to this grey zone, for me, it becomes a very good area of support and potential longs out of this grey zone. Okay. And we had the moving average 20. So we had a grey zone as support. We had a moving average 20 as support. And then also, guys, you know how much I like to look at the candles. You know, look at the wicks. Look at the wicks on these candles. So that, for me, I thought was enough to potentially take price up. As you can see, it wasn't, and price come crashing down. Yeah, the Aussie dollar's been so weak. It's been weaker than, I don't know. couldn't think of an analogy, guys. It's too early. But fortunately, guys, this goes to show how important it is to have your criteria to enter a trade met. If your criteria to enter a trade isn't met, do not enter. Simple as that. All right. And if you remember our criteria, guys, we had this grey zone through here and we had this grey zone at the bottom. What did we want to see? We wanted to see a break of this grey zone, retest and go higher. That never happened, as you can see. Or if I zoom in a little bit, once price come back down to here, we wanted to see a bullish reaction. And we just didn't get one. We got a doji, not bullish enough, and then it was just bearish candles. And then when this candle breaks these lows, you know, not interested in buying this pair anymore. So although the trade went against us, we wasn't in this trade because it didn't meet our criteria. Very important. Okay, so that was Aussie dollar, New Zealand dollar. What other trades? New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's take a look at this one. Let's start with the day chart. So this has been flirting with coming down for about 12 years. Okay, I'm exaggerating. So look, this is clearly in a downtrend. And I've said it time and time again. This was the last high, but it has still not been broken. All of these wicks on the last 4 Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, all of these candles have rejection wicks, which tells me sellers are sitting in here. All right. So sellers potentially want to push this back down. All right. And I'm still seeing that. Yeah. Look at the wick on Friday. Yeah. That is, I know it's a green body, but that is a bearish candle for me because of that wick. So like I say, guys, because of these wicks, the idea was come down to this blue level or even this blue level. Let's look at the H1 now to see if we could get in on this pair. And again, the problem was, guys, was the H1 structure. Yeah, it was just kept building up. Yeah. So at no point did we really have an entry to get in on this pair because we were never with H1 structure. And then price comes back and tests these last highs. The candle we could have entered on is this one. Yeah. So you can imagine, you know, all the retail traders, all their stops were in here. They got totally taken out and then price come down. Yeah. And also this candle, guys, but obviously this is the last candle on a Friday. You're never going to trade this. But this candle broke all of these lows. Yeah, this area through here and broke the grey zone. So I still think this is at least coming down to this level here. All right, but this candle here was the candle to enter on. You wouldn't have been with H1 structure, but you are at a daily high. All right, so you could have traded that. So yeah, let's see with New Zealand dollar, Canadian dollar. Let's see if it continues to come down. Looking at this structure, yeah, I think it will. All right. And the last trade from Friday was this. It was the US dollar against the Japanese yen. And this was a little bit news driven. But yeah, it clearly, yeah, the news clearly made the yen very weak. Okay. So why were we trying to trade this in the first place? Well, let's have a look. So price was clearly in an uptrend. Okay, we have higher lows, higher highs, uptrend. And we was at an area, this grey zone through here, we was at an area of support. And we had the moving average 20. And again, look at the wicks on this candle. Yeah, we had some real buying pressure in here. Okay, and then, you know, off the back of that news, yen just shot up and hit both our targets, really. Okay, if we drop down to the H1, okay, there was I mean, it's difficult to zoom in, guys, because it's such an aggressive move. But there were a couple of candles we could have entered on. So there was this candle. Yeah, realistically, you'd have to put your stop below the last swing low. And then there was this candle as well. And then once you get a candle like this, you can just put it below the entry candle. So we had a couple of candles that we could have entered on. I actually entered on this candle, guys. Okay, put my stop below here. All right, and then as you can see, guys, yeah, it was a little bit news driven, but look, price just shot up for the rest of the day. But this is all we're looking for. We're looking for bullish reaction from one of our entry zones, our grey zones. Okay, so that's all we were looking for. But again, nice trade. A little bit news-led, but nice trade. I put this in my VIP Discord channel, guys. Yeah, so if you're interested in receiving my trades exactly when they happen, then come join the VIP Discord. You do have to pay, guys, but there's lots of great benefits. Check it out. Right, so that was the trades from Friday. Let's take a look at today's trades now. Guys, if you enjoyed the recap, maybe you learned something, maybe you took one of the trades, then come and join us, yeah? Subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, guys, and smash the like button. We'd love to have you. Come join us. Welcome to the channel. Let's do this. Okay, good. So let's look at trades for Monday, the 1st of May, guys. Before we do, just a few things I need to mention. First of all, if you haven't joined our Discord channel, then come join it. We have free Discord and we also have VIP Discord. VIP Discord isn't free, but there's lots of benefits to that membership. Secondly, guys, if you would like to be mentored one-on-one with myself, then drop us an email and we'll send you all the information about the mentorship program. And thirdly, guys, we now have YouTube membership. It's your way to join our channel, show your support, show your appreciation. So if you're interested in that, guys, come join the YouTube membership. Yeah, there's some perks to joining it as well. So check it out. All the information for all of these things are in the video description. Also, guys, Monday to Thursday, we are going to be doing live streams, 8 a.m. New York EST time, before the New York opens. So, yeah, come join us for that as well. Right, trade ideas for today. So what I'm seeing, guys, is the yen has become very weak and the pound has become very strong. All right. So let's take a look and see what pairs we can trade as a result. So first of all, this is the pound against the US dollar. So I'm showing you the weekly chart, guys, because this candle here is important. Yeah, because this candle has broken all of these highs and therefore has created a higher high. This tells me there's a continuation to the upside. Okay, we can also see that on the day chart, guys. Yeah, you can see we were in an uptrend anyway. Yeah, and now we've had a bullish candle that has broken these last highs through here. Okay, and we've got a bullish candle. So I'm seeing real pound strength, guys. So we can start looking for buys, and our target's up to this next psychological level, is 2,600. All right, so that's the reasons why we're looking for buys. If we drop down to the H1 chart now, where can we enter? So first of all, guys, this area through here is obviously a good place to enter. Yeah, price has reacted historically. If price comes back down again, yeah, we could look for a reaction. And what I want to see, guys, is a bullish reaction. If you don't get a reaction at your support or resistance zones, don't trade it. You need a reaction. You must have a reaction at your support resistance levels. Okay, once we get a bullish reaction, we can enter. I would look to take price back up to here, close 80%, and then I'd leave 20% to run. All right, guys, because that daily candle is so bullish, price might only retrace to here. And then we get, you know, a bullish H1 candle. We can be more aggressive and trade that as well, back up to here and then potentially here, because price may not retrace all the way down to here. But let's see. So yeah, pound US dollar, I'm looking to buy this pair. I'm also looking to buy pound against the Swiss franc. Okay, so if we look at the day chart, I was also looking at euro against the pound and shorting that pair, but pound Swiss franc longs and euro pound shorts are very correlated indeed. And I thought this was the better setup But euro pound is also potentially a good trade, but I prefer pound against the Swiss franc. All right. And what we've seen, guys, is a changing structure. I mean, what the bigger picture is a bit of a range. Okay. So this is what we're potentially seeing. We're seeing a bit of a range from this grey zone to this grey zone. Okay. And this grey zone through here is like the halfway mark. All right. But what we have seen is a breaking structure on the day chart. So we were clearly in a downtrend, but then bang. As soon as we break these highs, we are in an uptrend. All right. So we've now got higher highs. And we've got a bullish candle. Yeah. Bullish candle, broken structure, above the moving average 20. Yeah, I like this trade. You know, our higher time frame target will be up here. In fact, let me draw that in. I would probably aim for this 50 level. I love a psychological level. I love 50s and 00s. Yeah, so 50s and 00s. But yeah, 50. This would be our higher time frame target. Let's drop down to the H1 now and see where we can enter. So ignore this grey zone. This is that midway point of the range. What I want to see, guys, is a retrace potentially back down to here. Yeah, this grey zone where you've got these highs, and we've also got the moving average 20. So I think this area here could be a really good area to look for buys. All right, and then once price gets down to here, yeah, even if the moving average moves up a little bit, I might even take it earlier than this grey zone. But either way, I want to see a bullish reaction. I enter the trade. I take price up to here, close 80%, and then leave 20% to run. All right, guys. So, yeah, pound Swiss franc, we're also looking to buy this pair. So, yeah, pound strength. What else am I looking at? I'm also looking at yen weakness. All right, so I was looking at Aussie dollar yen to buy that. I was looking at New Zealand yen to buy that as well. But the trade I preferred out of all of them were US dollar Japanese yen. Okay, because it has more room to move into. Let me show you. And before I show you this last trade, guys, if you're enjoying my analysis and would like to receive it every day, Monday to Friday, I give you my trade ideas, I give you my grey zones where I'll be entering from, then come join us. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, smash the notification button, smash the like button. Join Discord as well. Why the hell not? It's fun in there. We have fun. All right, guys. So, yeah, US dollar, Japanese yen. Like I say, just looking at the chart, we've got a little bit of room to move into, even potentially back up into here, these highs. All right, so we have a bit more room to move into than perhaps some of the other yen pairs. And why do I like it? Well, we are in an uptrend. This is the day chart. We're in an uptrend. Remember, we were looking for buys from in here anyway. We're in an uptrend. Yeah, clearly, we've got a bit of room to move into. And we've got a super duper bullish candle. Yeah, super duper is a very important trading term. Yeah, super duper bullish. So we just want to take price back up to this blue level, this psychological level of 137. Let's look at the H1 to see where we can enter. So because it's such a bullish candle, I've given us a few options. So price could just retrace to these last H1 lows here. Could retrace, we get a bullish reaction, we can enter. Yeah, we can't necessarily have this as a target, but we could enter the trade. If it does want to retrace, it might come down to this level. Okay, because we've got a bit of potential support here. And again, I just want to see a bullish reaction. And again, we can take price up. I'll close 80% at this level. That's how I roll. And then I'll let 20% run. So we've got two grey zones for it to react. If it gets down here, not interested, guys. But yeah, these two grey zones, I'll be looking for buys from this area. All right, guys. So yeah, those are the trade ideas for Monday, the 1st of May. Let's take a look at the news now. So news for Monday, the 1st of May. As you can see, guys, you know, half the world is on holiday. So must be aware of that. Volume's going to be a little bit light in the market. So yeah, must be aware of that, guys. But there is still a bit of important news coming out at 3 o'clock, London GMT, coming out of the US. We've got ISM manufacturing PMI. All right, so must be aware of that. That could really move the US dollar. All right, guys. So yeah, that's it for today. I hope you've enjoyed the vid. If you have, subscribe, like, share, join Discord, join us for the live streams, and we will see you later.